Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap Review, I'm having water, and tonight I'll be discussing Brimstone by Callie Hart. Now this is the second book in the series, and you do have to read them in order. I did download this off of KU, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. Here are the highlights. And there were no listed content warnings, and I did give this a 3.75. Now remember, reading is subjective and not every book is for a reader, and this just may not have been the book for me, but if it sounds like something you're interested in, I strongly encourage you to give it a try for yourself, and I hope you love it. Now what's the story about? So this book continues the story of Sirius, who doesn't want power. It's actually the last thing that she wants. So when she becomes the queen of the Blood Court, it brings a whole host of issues that she doesn't want because she already has enough on her plate. One of those being she's still trying to figure out how to safely bring her brother to be by her side. But with her old realm having dual sons, it would only weaken her if she would go herself. So she has to send someone or someones to go in her stead. Now the last time she sent Kingfisher, he brought back Carrion, not the right person. So it seems only fair that both of them go back to the kingdom to get her brother. Maybe with Carrion by his side, Kingfisher will grab the right person this time. That is, if he doesn't kill Carrion for his big mouth. Now the two of them are going to have to work together as they try to avoid the Undying Queen, her guard, and the citizens that want to turn them in for the bounty that's on their head. Now as they work together, all the Kingfisher can think about is trying to accomplish his goals, get back to his kingdom and his mate as soon as possible. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 3.75. Unfortunately, this book fell victim to the second book slump and was a real disappointment for me. I honestly don't know if I'm going to continue the series. One of the main things is that this book felt like a bit of a repeat from the first book, with Sirius, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, our female main character being once again a fish out of water. With the first book, her being in a new realm with a new identity. Well, now she's in a new kingdom with a new identity as queen of that court. We have all the characters from the first book who, yes, make appearances in this book, but then they kind of disappear because we have a whole new cast of characters to learn and become invested in. We also have the plot points from the first book that were kind of unresolved that are still being played out in this book, but we have a whole new set of problems on top of that we need to learn. So along with this book feeling like a bit of a repeat, it also felt like it had way too much going on, with certain scenes actually though feeling really slow with nothing going on, even though we have all these other things going on, to where I struggled to read it, and where I would then have certain moments where I would lock into the book due to a certain character or a scene that was actually working out well, but then that character would disappear or that scene would slow down so much that I would struggle to read it. One such incident is Kingfisher, our male main character, where he would have whole chapters to himself, but then the book would shift and it would kind of be like he disappeared and I would actually forget about him. And my personal opinion is that we should never forget about one of the main characters of a book. And because of that, I actually almost DNF'd this book, but I decided to stick with it because everyone was talking about a big reveal or cliffhanger, and I remember book one's cliffhanger being really good. So maybe that would make the struggle all worth it. But when we got to the ending, there is a big reveal that surprised me, but for me personally, it felt more like an oomph than it did an oh my god. So personally, the payoff was not there. As well as, this is a small spoiler, the way it ended makes me feel like we're following the same format as the previous two books, with a new realm, a new set of characters, all while closing out all the plot points from the first two books, and I'm sure any that come up from us being in a new realm. And while there are definitely certain elements in this book that I enjoyed, with the journal, Carrion, Onyx, and Kingfisher, I'm not sure if my brain can take a repeat of the previous two books. That's just a me thing. So I honestly don't know if I'm going to continue the series. Now, if you've enjoyed it, I love that for you. If you read the first book and want to try this one, I still encourage you to try it, and I hope you enjoy it. It is currently available, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.